DivaDollFlawless. In today's video, I really wanted to dive right in. I'm going to try to make this very short but explain an issue. I recently purchased the Silhouette Portrait 3. I am a Silhouette Studio user of years, so I have experience using the software, but I was using the software to cut items out on my Cricut makers. A lot of my experience is from Cricut, but I am familiar with the Silhouette software. This, however, is my first purchase. I was trying to look up videos or any information rather on the Portrait 3 and actual users using it. This machine comes with this Autoblade. It's the only blade that comes with it, and then it comes with an adapter for the pins. I tried to purchase the adapters for the other blades and they are nowhere to be found, literally like at all, unless you purchase a Cameo 4. So I was racking my brain for days after purchasing this machine. It's been a couple days I've had the machine, and yeah. So first things first, if you have the portrait machine, can you see this right here, this little red thing? That needs to be adjusted manually in order for this blade to cut correctly. The blade actually taps a couple of times before the machine physically cuts. So that's I'm going to go ahead and say it's a defect, and Silhouette really needs to look at this. Because I could not get it to cut whatsoever. And we're talking about hours, like 48 hours worth of time altogether trying to get this machine to cut, and nothing that I did within the machine worked. So the answer to this is you need to look at your settings. If it says that it's on a 7 or 8, you have to manually press this right here with your nail. I'm going to show you. See the blade there? You have to physically press this down in order for it to get to the setting that you want it to be. As you can see, it was on a 7, now it's on a 0. You need to adjust it. All you have to do is just click whatever setting it is you're going to use. On this particular one, I was using cardstock, and it actually finally worked. So it said that it needs to be on a 7. So what I did was I flipped the blade over, and I kept clicking it until it, see how it's moving over, until it got to this side, because it goes from here 0 to 10, until it got over here into 7. Then what I did was I put it inside of the machine, and then I used the settings that you will see on the screen. So instead of selecting auto cut, you need to select cut. Then you need to change the blade to the black manual blade, which is also called the ratchet blade. Now I do have 2 of these blades. Again, I purchased the machines, so I was just trying to find items that other people were suggesting that you needed. Unfortunately, because this needs an adapter and this is the blade everyone kept saying to use, I still can't use it because the blade adapters are nowhere to be found as far as being sold. This was with the actual manual settings that Silhouette has suggested, but the only way to get it cut is to use those settings that I showed you and to just basically leave the force alone. The only thing you need to do is manually click this so that it moves over to the blade length that it's suggesting, and it cut perfectly, as you can see here. Now I don't know whether or not the first cut will show up, but it is very faint, and that was actually, oof, that's probably gonna be hard for the camera to pick up, but it's in this area here. This was pretty much just scratching the surface. There is no way to get this to cut. I definitely used I have the most recent Silhouette software upgrade, and this worked. So therefore, I hope that this helps if you're having any issues with the Portrait 3 cutting with the Autoblade. just use the normal settings that they have, the force, the blade length, the speed. Leave all of that, but change your auto cut to cut, and change the blade from the auto blade. Even though it's detected, it's going to stay that it's detected. Leave it as is. Do not allow it to cut, and it will still cut. It's still going to cut it. It will not tap before cutting. It's just going to go ahead and cut, and it finally worked. So I was actually returning this machine. I had already contacted Silhouette to let them know I was filming a video on it, and gave them the heads up of the issues that I was having, pretty much so that they can be aware of it and they can help someone else. But then I thought about it and I said, you know what? There are not any other videos on this Portrait 3. There's a ton of videos for the Cameo 4s, the Pro, and so on and so forth. But none of these machines are even in stock to buy. So yeah, I'm going to suck it up and be the guinea pig for this, because I really hope it helps. I'm going to test the sticker settings and some other settings just to see what's going on. But for now, these are the settings and this is how you can cut. This is Nina cardstock. So this is 110-pound cardstock, and as you can see, it cut very cleanly. Very cleanly. I don't even know. I must have lost a piece when I came up here to film the video, because I was so ecstatic that it worked. So I will be doing a Silhouette unboxing haul and first impression / first cuts, and you're going to see I was ready to chuck this bad boy and send it right back to Silhouette. But I was sitting there, I was talking to my husband, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to be the guinea pig and be the person to just deal with this headache, and I'm going to be determined to figure out a resolution to this. So this works. If you have a Portrait 3, this is how you're going to have to work with the Autoblade in order to cut your materials. The settings are fine. It's nothing wrong with the actual settings, but Silhouette needs to do something about the physical blade tapping prior to. If it would just click, because it does not even adjust. It literally stays at the 0 if you just pop the blade in. Obviously you want to make sure it's locked, but it will, even if you change it, if you put it on auto cut and you use the auto blade, it is going to tap it right to 0 and it will not cut. So that is the issue, that is the problem. And I am going to share any other cuts that I have. So I'm going to say this is about to be my Silhouette journey. I ordered the Cameo 4, but I ended up canceling that order. I ordered both the Portrait 3 and the Cameo 4 and decided to cancel. Now that I know how to use it, I may go ahead and just order the Cameo 4. So I hope this works. Thank you all so much for watching, and please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you all in the next video. Have a gorgeous day, dolls. Smooches. Mwah. Bye.